Good evening and welcome live to a new edition, I would say Full Velocity TV, but it is Full Velocity Racing Network for the first time here tonight. You're going to hear that new name, Full Velocity Racing Network here, and live and in charge here, Charles Wooten down there on the controls, and I got alongside of me, Ron Piles here tonight to call all the racing action. First will be the D main. These guys are going to set up here for the D main. Top four will transfer from the D to the C main. Richard Spar will be your pole sitter. Alex Fenari, then you got Dayton Sullenberger, then you got Wes Kirchner in the number 96, Jake Keel, Bailey Bennett. So we'll wait for those guys. What they're going to do is get the initial green flag here, and then they're going to get into line, and then we're going to go racing here with the D main. So it's going to be a rather interesting night here. This is night number 2. This is the finale here of the 360 sprint cars here at Lanier Speedway. And man, we got some heavy hitters in the house tonight.
Yeah, that we do. Looking down through here, the format, they may actually go green here. It looks like the lineup might be set from, I was kind of comparing what I have in server versus what's on the lineup here on the spreadsheet, so they may be going green here off turn 4 when the pace car dodges off.
Yeah, indeed, Ron. They are in the line here, so we're going to get green flag racing as soon as the iRacing.com safety truck is going to pull off down to pit road. So it's going to be Richard Spar starting on the pole, Alex Fenari, and you got Sullenberger. Then you got Kirchner, Keel, Bennett, Hip, Aubie, Heilman aboard the number 49, Cabri aboard the 39, Swafford, Kolonowski, and Strickler. Those guys going to complete here for your D main, so it's going to be rather interesting. 4 going to transfer on to the C main, getting ready to light the wick, start the fire off of turn number 4. Green flags in the end. We're racing down the front straightaway at Lanier Speedway for the D main.
Yeah, racing is underway for sure, and it looks like the 25 machine is going to go around early. They might stay under green here. It looks like he was able to get bounced around and stay straight. The 25 machine there getting a little out of place there. Spencer Swafford going to be hard. You know, he's got 14 more laps to get back to the front here as they actually going to come out. We're going to caution here for that incident, I believe, for him getting turned around there. The admin's going to throw a caution.
Looks like maybe we will get a yellow flag here. Like we said, we're on lap 3 of 15 for the D main, as we're getting ready to see what replay brought out. What brought out that Piles is I didn't get a chance to see it. I was looking down through, just seeing who was in the field, and man, there's some heavy hitters, like I said, here this evening.
Yeah, that caution is going to come out for the 29 of Carson Abe there. He ended up getting crossed up with the machine he got into there. Him and looks like the 25 machine of Swafford going to get together. The 29 got a little loose coming off the corner. 25 caught his quarter panel, or caught that left rear tire, I should say, in these, and he ended up on his side. So he was getting that machine fixed hopefully here, and looks like he maybe Swafford had a meatball, it looks like, but car's still drivable, minor contact, able to get that black flag cleared. And then we get back to green flag racing here at Lanier National Raceway with the NLRA Series Full Velocity Racing Network here tonight.
Yeah, it's got a thing, 26 out there, promotions, 26 out there. They are one of the main sponsors here of NORA here, the Dirt Series, so it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here tonight as we're on lap 5 of 15. Like you said, D-Main, Richard Spar gets the green flag off of turn number 4. They're already racing down the front straightaway. Second is Fenari, Kirchner, and Sullenberger rounding out your top 4. Heilman now moves into the 4th spot. Heilman into the final transfer spot, and that number 49 machine now lurking back there in the shadows as he's come all the way from the tail. Yellow flag going to fly once again, just as fast as that green flag came out.
Yeah, got some contact in the back there, about 7th position there. The 38 machine come up the track. He was not exactly clear. Cabaret trying to come up the track there and get into that high line. The next corner ended up collecting the 46 machine of Heilman, or not Heilman, Bailey Hip. And Hip spinning like a top, collected the 39 machine of Cabaret again after he bounced off the wall, and Cabaret able to save it and move on. But Bailey Hip going to take a big hit there, and look like he's going to stay on all 4. But he lost that front wing, so if I don't think he's not going to be able to get that back. So he's either going to get back in there, and well, looks like he's going to stay on the track as far as the replay goes. But that car's going to be tight here in the closing laps of this one. We got 7 laps left in this D main, so top 4 transferring out of this, and it's been, attrition's been pretty high, so that may be a thing for the remainder of the event tonight here.
As belly hip flashes by the leaders here. Man, a lot of damage to that number 46 machine. Spar's going to lead them down to get the green flag once again. And at the line, we're going to have 6 laps remaining. Remember, the final transfer spot is on position number 4. Heilman has that right now in that number 49 machine. Green flag back in the air. We're racing down the front straightaway. Richard Spar hitting that loud pedal down pretty hard, trying to stay up front. Looks like Heilman now getting around Kirchner, making that pass there quickly. Not going to happen. Is now looks like another yellow flag maybe coming out. Yep, indeed, another yellow flag coming out, plaguing here the D main.
Yeah, that yellow flag coming out. We got the 29 machine here of Carson Abe coming through the corner. He was down a little bit, about a lane off the cushion, and the 38 machine coming around the corner there. Brett Strickler got a good run on the 29, and he tried to cut down the track and got into the back of the 29 machine, and the 38 ended up on his side, and unfortunately another caution to plague this one with 4 to go.
Yeah, definitely not what they wanted to see here in the D main. Some of the guys trying to come all the way from the tail. I tell you, though, Heilman and that number 49 machine has come from a long ways to get up into the 3rd spot. He was able to get around Kirchner there on the number 96 there, getting up into the 3rd spot. DJ Kalinowski running in 7th. Another guy that we were going to keep our eyes on, Capri, is running in the 6th spot in the number 39 machine. So we're just looking through the field, just looking at the different names through the field, and some of them, like you said, the war of attrition here this evening, unfortunately, been the way of the land here at Lanier Speedway. Looks like the iRacing.com safety truck going to take that hard left-hand turn down the pit road, going to send them back to green flag, racing with popsicle sticks in the air, green flag in the air, popsicle sticks. We got 2 more trips around the speedway. Look at the 49 of Heilman down to the bottom side. Heilman in the number 49 machine trying to make his stick down to the bottom. As Heilman now dives it down in deep, trying to get around Spar. Spar going to lead, but look at the 13 power move to the outside. Fenari to the lead.
Yeah, Fenari to the lead for sure. Richard Spar is going to fall to 2nd. David Heilman ended up sliding back to the 4th position, so he's in kind of in a bad spot right now. As looks like we're going to have 13 machine is going to take down the win here, and so you're going to come up with the 13 Alex Fenari, Richard Spar in the 171 in 2nd. 3rd is going to go to Wes Kirchner in the 96 machine, and your 4th and final transfer spot goes to the 49 of David Heilman.
Top 4 making it from the D main to the C main. So as we play Alphabet Soup here on the Full Velocity Racing Network here tonight, is getting used to that name. Trying to say it as much as I can tonight, Ron, as we're now one with Virtual Racing Network, Full Velocity, and Virtual Racing Network now are one here. So we are now called the Full Velocity Racing Network, and it's going to be a fantastic, I should say. It was a partnership before. Now we're all together, so it's kind of like putting the top-notch band together.
Oh yeah, being on the same page definitely going to play a role in the events and everything that we put together here. It was already flowing smoothly together before. It's only going to continue to get better and continue to be more enthusiastic and more entertainment here within the network itself. So definitely something to be show pride in and be proud of what we got here, because it's one of the best.
Yeah, like you said, one of the best here tonight, and hopefully we're going to see some more racing here in just a few moments. C-Main, we're going to have to take a little bit of a break, switch on over to the C-Main server here for the evening as those guys get it set here. Nora, got to appreciate our sponsors here for those guys. 26 promotions out there, or I should say 26 Esports, I should say. He was out in the chat box earlier here on Facebook. He was a big-time sponsor here of this event, so cannot thank those guys enough. Cannot thank all the sponsors that got involved here with Nora here, and thanking for bringing Full Velocity TV aboard now, the Full Velocity Racing Network. And stay tuned for more changes, logo changes. You see the new logo in the right-hand corner when it was up on the screen. There's a lot of cool things coming here very soon.
Yeah, that it is.
Alrighty, guys, as we get ready between sessions here, we're going to throw and try to pay some of the bills here on Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to throw it to a quick commercial, and we'll be back at you here with the C-Main racing action from Lanier Speedway.
Alpha is 10 champion of the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze iRacing Series. $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR winner is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR 2017 NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Federer is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze iRacing Series. $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR winner is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR 2017 NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Federer is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze iRacing Series. $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR winner is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR 2017 NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Federer is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze iRacing Series.
And welcome back to Nora here tonight. The 360 Sprint Car shows Lanier Speedway. This is the C main as we do a little bit of server hopping in between. We apologize for that as you get to see a nice looking commercial. These guys getting ready to go here in just a few moments. They're going to get onto the starting grid, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 99 machine, that's Jake Boyer. Boyer aboard the number 99. Outside of him will be the number 18, that's Brett Hobson. Brett Hobson aboard the number 18. Inside row number 2, starting in the third starting position, that's a 48, that's Justin Griffiths. And outside of him will be Josh Conover in the number 22. Michael Robinson aboard the number 60 machine, full velocity machine. In the number 60 machine, rolling off 5th. Jack Ritz rolling off in that 6th position. Rolling off 7th, the driver at the number 23, that's Steven Calavoda. And his dancing part of the outside driver, the number 87, that's Steve McMillan. Outside, or starting in the 9th position, that's Alex Finari aboard the number 13. Richard Spar rolls off 10th. Wes Kirchner rolls off 11th. And David Heileman rolls off 12th here. And an interesting note there in the D main, or I should say, yeah, the D main was able to, David Heileman was able to come up the positions pretty well, all the way from the 12th position to 4th.
Yeah, see, and he came up quite a good ways there. Going to be able to see what he can do in the C main here. As I imagine it's probably a little tougher for him to move up through the field, but I won't give anybody doubt here because we are at Lanier. This is short track racing. The D main definitely seen a lot more cautions than I think I would have imagined, so to speak. But we're gonna see this C main off here. You know, we got an extra 5 laps for those drivers that are starting in 12th. So looking at 20 laps here for this C main here tonight for the NORA Sprint Car 360 series here. So we're going to see what we can do here tonight with the 99 machine. See if he's going to hold on to that lead or if the 18 machine to his outside, if the Brent Hobson machine is going to be able to get around that 99 Jake Boyer or not here in the opening laps. Looks like we're probably a green flag next time by.
Definitely looks like we're going to go green flag this time by the iRacing.com pace truck. Looks like it's going to take a roll down to the inside. Green flag is in the air. We're racing down the front straightaway. 99 and Jake Boyer playing a little bit of games down on the bottom. He goes to the bottom, though. Look at the 45 machine. I believe it's a 45 on the outside. Justin Griffin's already to the lead. The 99 trying to roll the bottom. The number 18 of Hobson. He runs in that second spot.
Yeah, the bottom not working for the 99 machine. The 45 wasted no time from 3rd to 1st in the first lap. He said, we have got to go. We got to get on it. We're taking the lead. We are going to roll this track as fast as we can. I saw a little bit of contact in the back. Unless the admins throw a caution, it looks like we're going to stay clean and green with the 45 machine of Dustin Griffiths out front. Second right now currently belongs to Brent Hobson and the 18 machine. Third place right now, Josh Conover in the 22, uncontested for those 3 spots. But that, as I say that, it looks like the transfer spot battle is going to heat up between the 7 and Jack Wrights and Alex Finari in the 13.
Yeah, transfer spot. You got Finari there. Look, contact made and up and over. Not sure if that was the number 60 machine. No, it was the 80. I'm not sure who that was that went up and over there. A wild ride. It was Jack Ritz still on his lid. There in that number 7 machine. He hit the wall a ton up and over for the number 7 machine.
Yeah, 7 machine definitely going up and over there. A lot of contact, transfer spot battle going on there between him and the 13. The 13 rotated a little early, I think. Get ready to come into the corner and left no space in the battle for real estate there. And the 7 machine going to come out on the wash on that one as he gets upside down in a big way here at Lanier National Raceway.
If you like what you're seeing here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you like and share, comment, and basically share our link out there. We have YouTube out there. We have Twitch. We have Facebook Live. Just make sure you like us and share this link. Let everybody know we're live here. Brand new name here, shiny new name, Full Velocity Racing Network being debuted here tonight. 360s Nora Dirt Series here, $500 to is the purse here tonight. So a lot of fantastic drivers throughout the field. Again, just keeping an eye on Heilman and that 49 machine. Finari, those guys came through from the D main, excuse me. So then Spar. So those guys coming through the field rather quickly here in the C main. This is all set up for passing points from 2 nights. They had 2 scoring nights. They had passing points and regular points. That's what set up all of these mains here this evening at Lanier Speedway. Green flag back in the air. The 45 hits that loud pedal down and tries to run away and hide, trying to create his own zip code.
Yeah, he's working on his own zip code, as you were saying there, as they come to 3 here right now, and second battle for second right now going on there on the speedway between the 18 at Hobson and the 22 at Josh Conover. Conover on the bottom right now. The 18 looked like Conover had to step out of it a little bit. The cushion's still the fastest way around this racetrack. Fenari's getting a little challenge there by two different drivers. They're almost 3 wide coming off of turn number 4 that time by.
Yeah, great battling going on throughout the field here. 3, 4, and 5. Tight net battle there. Is Heilman running in 5th, trying to get around Ferrari. Then the 22 machine and Conover holding on to that 3rd spot. Those guys trying to run away from that 49 machine. And Kirchner far off either in that number. These guys fighting tooth and nail for that final transfer spot. Again, 4 will go to the B main. Now the 18 crosses himself up. The 22 now goes back up to the high side. The 18 back with a slider in front of the 22. Here comes Heilman. Look at that. 3 wide through the corner. Heilman, a 2-for move there. Heilman goes to the 2nd spot.
Yeah, definitely some great racing going on back here with Heilman's going to take the transfer spot, it looks like currently. Alex Fenari is actually going to get crossed up in the middle of that. He is going to cause the caution to come out, but a little bit of cross up going on there. Fenari ended up taking a wild ride. Somehow he managed to muscle that thing back onto all 4 wheels and keep rolling. But yeah, the 171 of Richard Spar going to get a piece of it, but you know, it seemed to be unscathed. But the 13 machine definitely came up with a big toss and tumble, able to keep the wings on the machine. Definitely a big plus there. Didn't see a meatball flag being removed from his machine, so for the wild ride he just took. That machine being able to continue, definitely something to keep note on tonight and see if he can come back here in the next. Looks like we maybe have 3 laps to go when we take the green flag here, so we'll see how they shuffle this out. And what happens there is it looks like the Michael Robinson machine, there's the Jake Boyer Michael Robinson machine, and Jack Wright and Stephen Calahoda's Knights over here tonight, from what I can see on the results.
Yeah, it's going to be Griffiths, Heilman, Conover, Hobson. Those are your top 4 right now. Kirchner 1 spot out. Spar 2 spots out. Million. Steven in the 7th position, so he's 3 spots out. Fenari now 4 spots out. Boyer is now 5 spots out of the transfer position. Those are the only cars left on the field out of 12 here this evening. We're getting ready to light the wick as they're restacked, repacked off of turn number 4. Green flag back in there. The 45 machine of Griffiths now out to the early advantage over Heilman. Heilman running in that 2nd spot, and that 49 machine came from deep in the field. That's the 12th spot is where he came from. 10 positions gained for that number 49 machine. Now he's lurking in the wings here, trying to get around the number 45 machine.
Yeah, Hobson rolled the wall a little bit there through the corner, and I mean it is all full contact. It's like full contact football in the back right now as these guys are letting the 18 machine of Hobson run away with that transfer spot, but he's not running away for very long because he's now got company of the 171 of Richard Spar closing in a hurry, and we are on the white flag lap here, and Spar is going to try the inside he's going to throw the slider. Crossover comes from the 18, and it's going to be the 18 machine at the line. So 18 machine going to take that final transfer spot. Brent Hobson. Josh Conover is going to end up 3rd. 2nd is going to go to David Heilman, and your winner of the C main is going to be Dustin Griffiths, all going to the B main.
As we get ready to do the 2nd server hop of the evening to the B main. What a fantastic event here for the C main. Top 4 transferred on to the B main, and what an action-packed B main this is going to be. Heilman's already playing alphabet soup. He's coming from the deepest so far. That number 49 machine, he's come all the way from the D main. Now to the B main. Can he complete the alphabet soup here through the B main? We'll just have to wait and see on that number 49 machine. Man, he's got a rocket ship underneath him.
Yeah, that he does. He's definitely been making his way through and, you know, challenging the field to see what he can do. And Heilman's just been, you know, he's been kind of all of it fantastic. And I mean, these races tonight here, these alphabet soups and these last chance races, just going through everything. So just seeing where these guys are going, you know, Boyer had an interesting C main coming from, you know, going from 3rd to, was it the 3rd? Actually, it just updated on the spreadsheet and I was trying to read it. So a little crossed up there. Heilman from 12th up to 2nd. So 10 spots in that C main. So I mean, those extra laps definitely helped him out a good bit. But you know, you kind of need it coming from the back. Richard Spar trying that last ditch effort move on Brent Hobson definitely didn't work out for him, but it was worth a shot.
As these guys get ready to go to the 2nd server here for the the 2nd transition of the night to the B main, we're getting ready to pay some bills here on Full Velocity Racing Network. We're We're going to throw it to a commercial break, and we'll be back at you here on Full Velocity Racing Network.
Is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR legend is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing done. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Federer is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free iRacing Series.
Is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR legend is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing done. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Federer is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free iRacing Series.
Is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR legend is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing done. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Federer is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free iRacing Series.
Is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR legend is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing done. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Federer is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free iRacing Series.
And welcome back here to the NLRA 360 Nationals 2019. This is your B main here for these 360 sprint cars as we've transferred through the night here. Server hopping here has been quite interesting and trying to get everything rolling together here. So we're going to go ahead and get on through the lineup for your B main. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 17 of Nick Jordan. To his outside will be the number 27 of Josh Jarrett. Starting inside row number 2 will be the number 51 of Ben Hickman. Starting outside row number 2 will be the number 71 of Cody Batten. Starting in the 5th position, on the inside of row number 3 will be the number 42 of Jim Chisholm. His dancing partner to his outside will be the number 021 of Randall Traylor. Starting inside row number 4, in the 7th position will be the number 10 of Adam Tees. Starting to his outside will be the number 14 of Jack Clevenger. Starting 9th, inside row number 5 will be the number 48 of Dustin Griffiths. To his outside will be the number 49 of David Heilman. The biggest mover here tonight from the D main up to the B main so far. These last 4 drivers on your grid here. Starting 11th, in the last row on the inside will be the number 22 of Josh Conover. His outside in the 12th position will be the number 18 of Brent Hobson. Looks like we got 25 laps is the distance here for this B main as the iRacing official pace truck lights are off, and he is going to dive down off the racetrack into the pit area, and we are going to fall under green flag racing here as your leader is going to bring him off the corner down the front straightaway into turn number 1 to the point. Looks like we are going to have the number 17 of Jordan to the lead. We're going to have a battle. Good.
As the top 8 are going to transfer here to the A main here this evening, so that's where we're going to keep tabs on here tonight. Heidelman in the 8th position. Going on, Ron, before the 2nd position there, 3rd position, almost 3 wide coming off the corner. The number 71 of Cody Batten. Man, wow, what a move there. 21 makes contact there. I believe that was with the number 45 machine, maybe even. 42 machine. Jim Grissom all by himself down to there, makes contact, gathers it back up. But man, a lot of contacts, some good racing going on here already in the B main.
Yeah, there's a lot of good racing going on. It looks like we're starting a single file out there. The only battle I see right now is the 45 and the 22 in the back, but that's about to change as they're going to include the vehicle in front of them, the 18 machine of Brent Hobson's going to end up in that battle right now, and that is back there on the transfer spot. Just right outside is Randall Traylor, who's going to hang on to that transfer spot right now in the 021 machine, but those guys are all real close. You can throw a blanket over them, so that transfer spot's not set in stone yet, but definitely going to be something to keep an eye on here. Traylor going to go to the bottom. The cushion for the 22 of Conover is going to work a little bit as he's trying to work to the outside of the 18 machine of Brent Hobson there for 7th, 8th, and 9th. That battle is getting hot and heavy back there.
Yeah, definitely getting hot and heavy for that final transfer spot. Like you said, Trailer in the 021 machine. He has that current spot, makes a little bit of love to the outside. Well, he's going to lose that final transfer spot in contact with the number 18, his night. In a blink of an eye, extinguished there the 021 machine as he's got a lot of damage to that machine going pit side for Trailer.
Yeah, the 18 machine getting his hands back under his wheel there. He's going to fall back to so he's going to get to the outside wall as well. That car's handling may fall through for him, and his night may be over. Right now he's sitting in position 11, so definitely I don't think there's enough time for him to make that ground up as the leaders are starting to work their way around. He is going to pull pit side as well. So the Brent Hobson's night over is he's in that 11th position as he pulls down pit road. So tough break for those guys as well as we're going to get back here to the transfer spot and see what kind of race we got going on for that 8th position.
Yeah, right now it is Josh Conover with the 8th and final transfer position. He has nobody right there directly around him. He's battling it out there for the 7th spot with Adam Trez in the number 10 machine. Those guys been battling it out there. Man, 3 wide again. I'm not sure what happened there. Those guys stacking it up through the field. The 49 machine was right there to Heilman. So Heilman running in 5th. Man, those guys, it looked like they were single file for a little bit, maybe just a little bit of a smidgen of a battle, but just a mistake stacked them up quite big.
Yeah, the attrition that's going on, these guys are in the show and they're trying to better the transfer spot right now so they can get a better starting spot in this A main that's coming up. But you got to watch because the 45 machine is laying in wake and being a snake in the grass as he is nowhere to be seen by these guys. If these guys race too hard and wipe each other out, the 45 might find his way in a transfer spot before this race is over yet.
Yeah, he's waiting back there. He has no wing aboard that number 45 machine, so contact there early makes him have no front wing, but these having a great battle going on for the top spot. Batten to the outside, hammered down to the lead around the number 17 of Nick Jordan.
Yeah, like you said there, Nick Jordan going to have a little bit of a issue there and allow the 71 of Batten take over the race lead. And Jordan and Batten definitely spaced each other out there after that. But like you said, things are winding down here. We got 8 to go in this race here. It'll be 7 to go for your leader this time by. And Cody Batten got about a second and a half lead right now, starting to edge out to 2 seconds. So he's got that high side rolling for him right now. It's like a freight train on rails out there. So hopefully he can stay out of the wall and keep this thing going as he is rolling the cushion hot and heavy here at the Lanier National Raceway on Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yes, and definitely he is. The number 27 was having a good battle there with the 22 of Conover and the 51 machine of Hickman. Those guys having a good battle. Again, these are all inside the transfer spot. Holding on to the 8th and final transfer spot, it is the number 49 machine of Heilman. Here comes the 45, dives down to the inside. Heilman decides it's time to go. He don't want to sit in that final transfer spot. That's the hot seat for the number 49 machine, trying to look to get up through the field a little bit better here at Lanier. The 22 of Conover working over the bottom to 10 on the top side of the speedway. 49 of Heilman trying to stay ahead of the 45 machine of Griffiths. As Griffiths did try down to the inside, but I tell you what, missing that front wing makes the car really ill handling.
Yeah, it makes it a lot tighter, and it's honestly helping him out and coming to his advantage to an extent here in the closing lap. So we're 2 to go this time by for your leader, Cody Batten. But yeah, it was about time that we saw mic positions. I looked back and I was like, don't look now with the 45 machine to the back of the field to see if he can get a transfer spot. But like you said, ill handling, it tightened it up. Probably could help him out with as slick as the track got, but 2 to go, popsicle sticks in the air for your leader as he's exiting turn number 2 right now. So another set of corners for Cody Batten here as he's working his way through to turns 3 and 4 right now, and going to cross the stripe. Cody Batten going to be your B main winner. Second's going to go to Nick Jordan. Third's going to go to the 14 of Jack Clevenger. Fourth will Josh Jarrett. Fifth will be the 51 of Ben Hickman. Sixth will go to Adam Teves in the 10 machine. Josh Conover going to be seventh in the number 22, and your 8th and final transfer spot going to go to the 49 of David Heilman. So on the move tonight from the bottom of the soup into the A main, starting tail on the A main, the 49 of David Heilman. So good run for him tonight so far.
Definitely the story of the night, you got to say there, Ron. It's David Heilman aboard the 49 machine, coming all the way from the D main and bringing it home into the A main. We'll see how well he does against the A main drivers. We've seen very, very good A main drivers last night in the prelim number 2, and we've seen a dogfight up front with that number 9 machine. So we'll see what's going to happen there with the A main as we come here to life here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And cannot wait for the A main here at Lanier Speedway. Make sure you guys stay tuned as we are going to do another server hop. We're going to take some time to pay some more bills here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. championship to Ryan Luza. Fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Freeze iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Freeze iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Freeze iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Freeze iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Freeze iRacing Series. NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Young fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free's iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Young fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free's iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Young fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free's iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Young fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free's iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Young fella is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free's iRacing Series.
$500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first.
NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Federer is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Beginner Free's iRacing Series.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR. This is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR.
2017 NASCAR Beginner Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza.
And we're back here live at Full Velocity Racing Network with the NORA 360 Sprint Car Nationals race here at Lanier International Raceway. Looking into the pole shuffle right now is the 21 machine of Coy Pennington is going to end up coming up with the victory here in the first round against the 69 machine of Corey Whitworth. So Coy Pennington moving on to round number 2 of this pole shuffle. So we're going to get his next competitor out here, and we're going to go green with the next session here once this competitor gets out here on the speedway. Not seeing any movement currently, so we'll see what happens here as they get their next competitor out here on the speedway. Seeing what we got here, and still no roller here, so we'll see if we can get somebody out here to compete with him. So the pole shuffle, going to set up the top 6 cars in this upcoming A main. So the 92 machine here is going to make his way to the speedway. 92 of Evans, Shane Evans, going to come out here, be your next competitor for the 21 of Coy Pennington. So we get him out here and get this pole shuffle round number 2 underway here. Coy Pennington advancing to round number 2 of this session. So see if Shane Evans has anything for Coy here in this round of the pole shuffle. The 92 machine, Shane Evans, so he's going to go to the outside. Pennington going to pick the bottom lane for this round here as they come off turn number 4. We're going to light the fire in these engines, and under green, the 21 of Pennington going to get an early jump down to the bottom. The 92 of Evans going to go to the high side and roll around. Looks like the 21 is going to try to gap out a little bit. He's going to move up to the middle of the track, from the middle of the speedway to the corner. Looks like they're staying pretty steady so far. The only way that the 92 is going to get any ground on him through the high side is going to be that cushion. He rode him in a little bit there as they go through turns 3 and 4. Right now, they come off the top of the track. 21's going to pinch him a little bit. It looks like Pennington's going to survive one more round here.
Wow.
What a race in that pole shuffle.
Definitely have to say that was a fantastic race, and that's the first time there, Ron, that somebody has advanced 2 rounds there. This time it is Coy Pennington taking it down to the second round. Just going to wait to see somebody else who's going to roll out there. Is Shane Evans definitely was quicker there that time than Coy Pennington, but not able to lock it down here. He's just waiting for his next opponent here in the pole shuffle.
Yeah, his next opponent looks to be Brian Powell in number 66 machine as he's rolling down pit road now. Should be able to come out here, and we'll see if Pennington decides to stick to the bottom there, as he took the bottom side of the track for his last round there. As this is round 3. So like you said, going to get Pennington out here and with the 66 machine of Powell, and see Pennington going to choose the bottom one more time here as they get ready to take the green here off of corner number 4. They light the fire in these engines. 21 of Pennington lights the fire. The 66 machine going to get an early start there. It looked like he didn't spin the tires as much. He's going to cross over the 21 of Pennington off of 2. Pennington going to try the bottom lane and make a little contact in 3 and 4. Pennington going to hold the point there after that contact. The 66 is going to try and dive back to the inside and follow suit and try to hold that ground a little better. Pennington going to have at least a car length lead as they go into turn 3 this time. Off of turn number 4, Pennington going to stretch that lead out a little bit as he drove straight up off the bottom of the track off of turn number 4 and took the round 3 of the pole shuffle. So Pennington through 2-3 rounds now. So we're going to go with round number 4 here. It'll be interesting to see who's going to come out here. Looks like the double knot machine of Tim Smith going to come out and challenge Coy Pennington here.
And this is a matchup that we seen last night. Those guys duking it out there for the top spot. And Tim Smith able to take down the victory there around the 21 machine. But I tell you, it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out here for the pole shuffles. Tim Smith and Coy Pennington, the top 2 guys from prelim number 2 last night.
Yeah, prelim number 2 is definitely an exciting one. We're going to see if it rolls over to this pole shuffle here. Our first taste of action between these 2 drivers here tonight. So we'll see if Tim Smith and Coy Pennington definitely, if this is any kind of hint from what happened last night, we're about to see one well of a pole shuffle race here for these next couple of laps between these 2 drivers to see who's going to start on the pole of the A-main, as they are going to light the fires and everybody dead even into turn number 1. Tim Smith going to slide back about half a car length, but he's going to drive to the outside of the 21 going into turn 3. Coy Pennington choosing to run the bottom. Tim Smith going to high power that outside, muscle his way around the 21. He's going to have the lead at the flag stand. White flag in their pole shuffle. The 21 is going to fall back. Tim Smith looks like he's going to take the point as they go into turn 3. Tim Smith to the bottom. Coy Pennington in the middle of the speedway. And Tim Smith's going to take this pole shuffle, and he's going to run out the 21 of Pennington as Tim Smith's going to win this pole shuffle race at the line.
And definitely a fantastic race here for the pole shuffle. Coy Pennington just coming up one short, coming all the way from the position right directly, starting last here basically in the pole shuffle as he had to come through. He made it through 3 rounds, could not make it past Tim Smith, but I tell you what a fantastic race. I love this pole shuffle. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the King of the Hill at my local track.
Yeah, definitely an interesting thing to see, and it is like a King of the Hill. It's like a royal match where you go out there and, last man standing wins, and last man standing starts on the pole. So, Pennington definitely put on a dominating show throughout every round, and I don't think we'd see anything different if Tim Smith were to start from the same position as Coy did. So, definitely they come out there and showed what they had, and it might have even been a factor of trying to have enough fuel in the car, because as you saw, that Coy Pennington didn't get a chance to come off the track, so his fuel... the fuel load that he had in the back of that sprint car may have been just enough than what Tim Smith needed for Pennington to be slow.
Yeah, definitely, and like you said, Tim Smith able to work the cushion. Remember, we talked to him here. Or you got to talk to him down at Victory Lane. How he talked about that cushion always being there up on the top shelf of the speedway. He stuck it up there, found his right rear into the wall a little bit more than he wanted to there with the 21 in Pennington. So it's going to be interesting to see if the track's going to play in his favor here this evening. He's going to have a great starting position on the pole there in the double knot machine. Corey Pennington second, Brian Powell, Shane Evans, and Corey Whitworth. Those guys were through your pole shuffle. We'll get to the rest of the field here as these guys out there making warm-up laps, just trying to shake down their cars here for the last-ditch efforts to see what's going to go on with the track here before we get to the 50-lap A-main.
Yeah, most definitely watching these guys turn these warm-up laps out here, getting their cars dialed in, last and final adjustments, fuel, making, keeping the car from getting tight, keeping it from being too loose, wing adjustments, figuring out where they want to be at, what kind of laps we're able to turn. Definitely going to see what's going to happen here and see if the attrition continues. It seems like it's faded a little bit, but now we're in it for the big kahunas now as we're getting down here to the final moments of this last practice session before they get into the A-main. 55 laps. So I think they're going to have to re-rack because of the shuffle, so probably about 50 laps here tonight. Definitely going to be an interesting thing to see, and see what happens as these guys are getting their pre-race jitters out of the way, as I'd like to call them, and get these things shook down into final race mode.
Yeah, just looking at some of the things that went on here, and somebody not here tonight is Brett Wheeler aboard the number 56 machine, as he was a part of the shuffle, but not making it here tonight, as he was ranked number 3 here tonight, not making the call here, so tough break for Brett Wheeler not making it. We know he had some issues there with his back probably, and things going on with himself, so Brett Wheeler unfortunately not here with us tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Just some notables looking through the field and just watching what these guys are going to do here tonight. I just can't wait to see how this is all going to unfold here as we're looking at the field and who's there. We're seeing Wes Kirchner did make it in here in the number 96 machine there. I believe he made it in on maybe even a provisional start, or because the number 5 was not here, or the number 56 was not here, so he got an alternate spot there. But it's rather interesting here tonight. Nora, again, 360 Nationals here live on Full Velocity Racing Network. And just watching these guys fight around here in warm-ups, as we got about 6 minutes to go here in warm-ups before we go green flag racing.
Yeah, hopefully they get the racing here and get everything taken care of. But yeah, we got, looks like, possible 24 starters coming up here, and like you said, we're missing one spectacular driver. Missing a couple guys there. Looks like you said, allowing Wes Kirchner to tag the back of the field in this one, being one of the last transfer drivers, but either provisional or just due to the fact that field fill in because they're missing people. But after watching the prelim night number 2, they may. Like I said, there's this wall here. We're going to see if anybody's going to try and move it, because we already know it's not the friendliest thing to try and move, especially in a sprint car. Those right rear tires hit it. You hit it just right. Sometimes you can bounce off of it. It'll help you out a little bit. I've seen it happen there. I've seen points where they've hit it at the wrong angle. It's turned the car to the wall and caused a huge catastrophe and brought a couple guys nights to early and stuff like that. So we'll see. Definitely, it was in, I believe, heat number 2 last night was full of attrition, and that transfer spot for 4th place getting moved around a lot, so we'll see if that has any effect on tonight's A-main as we roll. It's going to be 50 laps here at the Lanier International Raceway for the Nora 360 Nationals 2019 here.
Just like you said, just watching some of these drivers and where the quick time is, and watching some of the guys flip here is trying to figure things out. Looks like they're going to fast forward the session here. Going to go to green flag racing here momentarily. His warm-up is now ending. The checker flag has already fallen over the field, so these guys going to get locked and loaded for a 50-lap feature event here live on Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank everybody for being involved here, and thank everybody for having us over here at Nora, and cannot wait to see who's going to take down the victory, who's going to be a little bit richer, who's going to have a pocket full of dough here at the end of the night.
Yeah, definitely, you want to go through your little spill there and give you a little bit of a idea of what you want to do there, and pick out who you think's going to win this thing tonight.
Oh yeah, we need to know everybody out there. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, anything that we're involved. I don't think we're on Twitch here tonight, but I know we're on Facebook and I know we're on YouTube. We got the saying of who is it gonna be here tonight? You know you got to have a favorite out there, and there's a lot of drivers out there. So we'll give you a little bit of time. Pick your favorite driver. Who do you think is going to take down the victory? First 10 laps. We want to see you within the first 10 laps. Have your pick out there. We'll keep track of it. I think I'm going to go with. I like Corey Whitworth, the number 69 machine. So I'm going to go with Corey. He's starting 5th. I know he didn't have a very good pole dash, but I'm going to go with Corey Whitworth here to take down the victory. Ron, what about you?
Oh, look into this field of stout drivers here. Gosh, I look at all these drivers' names, and I know a slew of them just from the iRacing community and being in the car myself and knowing a couple of guys. But I don't really wander out in the 360 sprint car server very often. So to be honest with you, I'm not a big hosted session or the official session for these 360s. So I honestly think if I had to pick somebody, I'd say. Looking at results, Tim Smith was our feature winner in prelim night there, number 2, and he was fast and consistent. Clay Pennington had quick time in that lap or in that session, so between one of those two, I think Casey Kane in the sunglasses kind of looks a little. He's kind of cool. I like to watch him. So I honestly think I'm gonna go Tim Smith for this one. It was definitely a toss up between Pennington and Smith, but. I sometimes like to pick the underdog, but tonight I'm going to go with top dog. So Casey Kane Racing's Tim Smith going to be my pick for tonight's Nora 360 A main.
Oh, you hear the picks out there. These guys are getting loaded here to go for this 50-lap A main, and we're going to set the feature lineup, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the double knot machine, that is Tim Smith. Corey Pennington rolling off in the second spot as we get a 4-wide salute here for the Nora guys. The 360 sprint cars, we're going to take this in here as they salute the fans out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and salute us here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Those guys burn out of there, like you said. Tim Smith going to start on the pole. Outside pole is going to be Corey Pennington. Brian Powell going to roll off in the 3rd spot. Shane Evans in the number 92 going to roll off 4th. Corey Whitworth going to roll off in the 5th position. In that number 69 machine, Brandon Steele rolling off 6th. Kyle Moonen in 7th. In the number 72, Dylan Thomas 8th. Nicholas Magenti 9th. Chase Swafford 10th. 11th going to be Jason Conover. The 12th is going to be Cody Batten. 13th, the number 17, and Nick Jordan, Jack Clevenger, Josh Jarrett, Ben Hickman, and the Teves, Josh Conover, David Heilman, Justin Griffiths, Jim Gusman, Brett Hobson, Spencer Swafford, and Wes Kirchner. That is going to be your field here as these guys get ready to light the wick. They're restacked, they're repacked here. Off of turn number 4, I believe they're going to get the green flag here this time by. So right now they're into turn number 3, getting ready to set this feature event on its way. Amen. Don't forget to like, share our links out there. Green flags in the air. We're racing as the loud pedal is down into turn number 1.
They're down turn number 1. They are off of turn number 2. It is going to be Timothy Smith out front. And second right now is Corey Pennington. He goes to the bottom side of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4, and he's going to fall into second there. Tim Smith definitely out to an early lead. The 21 of Pennington trying to run the slide job line through 1 and 2 there, and it's not quite going to hold. Smith's going to jump out to an early lead, about a half a second already on the field, but this is way early, and seeing how things are going to go here is definitely going to be something's going to play out here. A lot of racing on through the field right now.
Yeah, fuel load's going to play a big difference as they start burning off fuel. You're going to see cars get a little bit faster. You're seeing Tim Smith up next to the wall there, the 0-0 machine. He is running that cushion. The 21 of Pennington was down on the bottom. Brian Powell right now in a locked battle there with the number 73 of Nicholas. He's on the top shelf of the Speedway. Top Gun, the sponsor on that machine, so he's moved himself into that 3rd spot.
Yeah, third spot he is indeed. But back here in the ninth position, we got a battle between the 92 machine of Shane Evans and the 17 of Jordan, and the 14. The 14 machine just barely slid into that. Let's say 4 machine of Brandon Still. My apologies there. Brandon Still in that battle. They're 3 wide back there in the back. We have our first caution here on the speedway. Lap 11.
Yeah, first caution going to come out on the speedway. Going to see who is free falling through the field here. It looks like maybe the number 51 machine of Hickman involved in this one. We'll see here momentarily if I was indeed correct. Looking for Hickman here, and I can't see Hickman on my screen, so maybe Piles can see what was going on. What brought out this yellow flag is something not awry here on my end.
Yeah, taking a peek here. It's like Wes Kirchner got waved around the pace car, so something involving Wes Kirchner, I'm going to assume here. As I see some stuff going on here on screen that they were doing some moving around to some people here. Yeah, it looks like it did involve the 51 machine there a little bit. Wes Kirchner was also involved in that. It's like the 10 machine, the 51. 27 got into the 10 machine a little bit, and the 10 machine ended up moving up, got into the 51 there. Like you said, the 51 of Hickman was part of that. He ended up getting turned and ended up in the wall there going into turn 3, I believe it is.
So tough break for those drivers as the field's restacked and repacked. They're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Green flag back up in the air. Here we're on lap 14 of 55. Now the start of 15 of 55. Again, that was 50 laps, so they started technically about 10 laps ago. So we have 10 laps in. Look at the 21. Now Pennington down to the bottom side trying to make something work. He was trying to shoot the gap there to try to get around Tim Smith. He leaves himself wide open for Nicholas, and that number 73 machine as Pennington gets a tad bit loose in that second spot. Third is Nicholas. Fourth is Brian Powell aboard that number 66 machine. Looks like yellow flag going to fly once again over the field here for the second time.
Yeah, we got a yellow flag out one more time here. It looks like maybe the 92 involved in that one. I'm going to back this up here and see what we can find here as far as the crash or the incident that happened here. Bringing up the yellow flag here.
Yeah, it looks like something with the 92 there, Ron.
Yeah, I got the middle of the corner here. It looks like turns 1 and 2. The 45 machine coming in underneath, and the 92 trying to put a move on there, almost 4 wide in the center of the corner. And Brandon's still getting, getting whirred up a little bit in the middle of the corner. The 92 having to get on the binders just a tad, and it was enough for the 75 to tag him. So the 75 machine of Swafford getting into the 92 of Evans and finished turning him around there as they were just trying to keep everything clean and green.
As they try to keep everything clean and green here tonight, Nora 360 Sprint Car Nationals here as 2019 rolls around Lanier Speedway. 50 laps is the distance. You'll see 55 up on the screen, but it's actually only 50 laps here tonight. They use the 5 laps to set up the feature grid here for the main event. iRacing.com pace truck going to pull down to pit road. Green flag back in the air. Pennington was on the top shelf of the speedway this time. Can he hold up top there? Look at that, almost 3 wide for the second spot off the original restart. Look at Pennington, power move to the outside. Side by side with Tim Smith. With Smith slide job through 3 and 4. Pennington fires back down to the inside. They flash by the start finish line, giving the lead back to Pennington.
Yeah, Pennington taking the lead from Smith here on lap 21. So lap pretty much 20 of 55 there, or 11 of 55. Yeah, well. Yeah, I'm getting crossed up numbers. So, anyways, we'll get back to the racing here. Tim Smith's going to pull a slide job crossover for Pennington. Pennington's getting crossed up, but it's going to be Pennington at the lead. Smith to the high side still as he's trying to get that to work. The 73 machine now is going to go to the lead as we got
Contact.
Tim Smith around. Yeah, we got contact on the backstretch. The 73 machine of Nicholas McGeethy is going to go to the lead. And the 21 machine of Coy Pennington is going to hang on to second, but there was some contact on the backstretch there that involved your very competitive Tim Smith.
Yeah, it looks like Tim Smith going to have to call a tow truck as it just got worse for him on the front straightaway. So Tim Smith, unfortunately, contact between himself and a couple of drivers. There was a couple different drivers that made contact with that number 00 machine. Oh man, he's gonna have to go all the way to the rear of this one.
Yeah, he just had some unfortunate contact there. He came off the top side, had a run on Pennington. Pennington got loose and needless to say, he tried to split the gap and make that pass on the crossover move to keep it nice and clean. And the 66 machine, Powell came up track and was trying to run his line and just had nowhere to go, and then ended up turning the 21 of Smith on his side there, and Smith having to call a tow truck and may possibly put an end to his night. So Powell's running the controls here, and you know he's not really active, but something that happened last night when we were broadcasting in Northwest, the announcer's curse has carried over to from Full Velocity TV VRN over to Full Velocity Racing Network. So announcer's curse, not something we could ditch between the change. So Smith having the announcer's curse tonight here at the NORA 360 Nationals.
As we're back, green flag racing, 3 wide there for the moment. The 73 had the lead. Nicholas McGurthy in the number 73 machine, but Coy Pennington now back to the bottom side. He was able to take over the lead, gets a tad bit loose down on the bottom, a little bit slippery. Look at the 49 machine.
Big wreck.
Where did he come from? And there was a huge wreck, but the 49 machine of David Helleman in third.
Wow, David Heilman definitely on the move tonight. I mean, from 19th to 3rd already early on in this race. So actually halfway according to the scoring loop here. So we're looking at a good 8-9 cars in that last wreck going into turn 1. The 42 machine being part of the initial contact there, 42 of Jim Chisholm getting into the, looks like the 17 machine of Nicholas Jordan as they go up into the corner here, and the 14 machine is going to get a piece of it. Also the 3 machine, so the 14 of Clevenger, the 3 machine of Thomas, all getting a part of that. And then there's another set of 3-4 cars in the back there, the 22 machine also getting a piece of that. They're just big stack up in the middle of the corner, so we're going to see who can continue to go here and who's going to have to call it a night as far as this A-main continues rolling along with 25 laps to go.
Yeah, it looked kind of like a bowling alley out there as a couple of cars are sitting there sideways and nobody else had anywhere to go. As it looks like Corey Pennington going to start a refire up on the top shelf of the speedway. Green flag back in the air. Look at the gap he puts between himself and the number 73 machine. Heilman running in that 3rd spot, trying to look over the number 73 machine. Heilman down to the bottom side, going to take over his 2nd with a slider. But back comes the 73 back down to the bottom. Can he hang on and pull a slider of his own through the corner here? But it looks like Heilman still maintaining the top shelf of the speedway. Contact with the wall as the number 63 heavy contact with the outside wall.
Yeah, that's going to be Jason Conover going around. It looks like he may be all by himself on that one. He said he was in the outside wall. I'm not really seeing him. When he came off the wall, he ended up tumbling a little bit, went up on his side, did a little nose dive, and back down. He did get clipped a little bit by the 69 machine of Corey Whitworth, but I don't see any damage to Whitworth's machine as he was able to keep both his wings, and so did the 63 machine there of Jason Conover as he's going to be going to the back. And it looks like he's going to end his night on pit road.
Yeah, tough break as the attrition's starting to hit some of these drivers. Like I said, Hickman out of this event, and some of these guys still many laps down, like Nick Jordan, Tim Smith, 6 laps down on the pit road too. Jason Conover down on pit road here, 2 laps down. So tough break for a lot of these drivers. Going into this event had a pretty good pieces underneath them in order to make the A-main to begin with. 47 drivers tried to make the A-main here this evening, and we've dwindled it down to 24 of the top-notch drivers here at NORA, and we're going to see who's going to take home a pocket full of dough here. And Heilman now the new 2nd place runner here right behind the number 21 machine of Corey Pennington.
Yeah, Pennington going to bring him down here. The iRacing.com official pace truck is off the speedway. Pennington back to the gas as we get ready to go green flag racing. He is on the high side, running the cushion through turn number 1 and 2, and he is all the way up. No room for error, no room for mistakes. Running all up against the cushion. The 49 machine of Heilman's going to slide up in front of the 73. 73's going to give him a bump. I'm not sure if that's going to slow him down or push him around, but the 49 of Heilman's still in 2nd now as he drove away from the 3rd place machine that is currently Brandon Still. So Brandon's still working the bottom, and the 5th place machine of Spencer Swafford, or Nicholas McGeethy in fourth. The challenge is Brandon still on the top, so we got a good battle for third place going on right now.
Yeah, I see a lot of these cars transition to the bottom, starting to roll into the bottom like the Forest Steel, the 25 machine of Swafford. Those guys were all on the bottom. Dylan Thomas also now on the bottom of the number 3 machine. Meanwhile, back up front, about a half a second lead over Heilman is Corey Pennington in that number 21 machine, and that's going to disappear here with another yellow flag here at Lanier Speedway.
Yeah, that caution involving the 10 of Adam Teves is he was coming off of turn number 4 up against the wall, and that car already missing a wing, and looks like the 71 machine of Batten is going to come up all the way up, hit the slick spot coming off of the turn number 4, and pretty much cut off the run that the 10 machine had on him and send the 10 to the outside wall and send him flipping. It's going to get the 66 machine of Powell involved as well. And definitely watching the 10 car, looks like he's going to end his night on pit road and take his car back to the trailer after that incident.
Yeah, as laps are starting to wind down, our pick's not doing a very good job here tonight, Piles. Even my pick running in 9th position there, Corey Whitworth. Is, like you said, Tim Smith out there. He was in the 0-0 machine. He's running 18th. He was your pick. Some of the other fans doing a little bit better job than us. They were able to pick some of the drivers, but they don't have the curse like we do up here in the Full Velocity Racing Network tower. And unfortunately, our drivers that we picked not doing the best, but they're still out there at least. Getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. So I know we can't repick our drivers, but this is going to be a fantastic race as Green Flag comes back out. Pennington dives down to the bottom. He's trying to get that run away from Heilman to board that number 49 machine, but Pennington right now on the top shelf of the speedway, almost closing in here on 10 to go.
Yeah, Cinderella Story definitely running in second right now from the back of the soup all the way to second in the A main as he's going to throw a slight slider and a crossover to an extent off of turn number 4. Down the front straight, he's going to lose a little, down the back straight, he's going to lose a little bit of ground there as Coy Pennington's going to separate himself from the 49 of Heilman. So, yeah, my runner-up pick, I should have picked Pennington, but then again, if I'd have picked Pennington, he probably would be sitting the same place that Tim Smith is right now. As the 49 of Highland's going to go to the point in the middle of the corner. Pennington going to try the crossover. It's going to work for him as he's going to lead that lap across the stripe.
Yeah, Pennington and Heilman now going tooth and nail for the top spot. Pennington right now on the top shelf for the Speedway, making a couple of mistakes there, was allowing Heilman to get down to the bottom and pull a slider on him. Now Pennington trying to stay right up against that wall, makes more contact with the wall, leaving the door wide open for the 49 of Heilman. Heilman drives right on by. Pennington making a costly mistake, going to drop kick himself back to that second spot.
And 73 Nicholas McGeethy is now going to try and work that position over, but they're going to take a slight breather and a break in this one. You get a chance to get their adrenaline rush down at the moment as we're going to fall under caution on lap 49.
And seeing the 66 slow down to the inside of this one, so I believe something going awry with the number 66 machine run.
Yeah, it looked like the 96 machine was had a part in that one as he ran through the middle of the corner. It looked like middle of 1 and 2. And he got a little loose and came down in front of the 66, and the 66 machine of Brian Powell going to go around there. And he should be able to continue. Seeing him kind of bounce the nose off the wall there a little bit. Didn't take the front wing off the car, so maybe a little bit of alignment issue on the front end of that machine, but he should be able to continue through the rest of this race as we are now within 5 to go. So 5 to go for your leader, 4 to go this time by, so probably have a green-white checkered coming up here.
It looks like we're gonna have a fantastic race here, like you said here. Heileman, the Cinderella Story there, all the way from the D main here tonight in the 49 machine, all the way up to the lead here in the A main. So alphabet of soup, no problem for the 49 of Heileman so far. Corey Pennington has had a fantastic car all evening long, but one costly mistake was able to allow Heilman to get by him in that number 21 machine. So Ken Pennington regroup himself here in a very few laps left here at Lanier Speedway. 50-lap event here is where it's going to dwindle down. 3 to go at the line. Green flag back in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway to 73, peeking down to the bottom side, trying to pull a twofer through the corner. Pennington's going to have to cross over. Heilman sees that. He's got to be snickering just a tad bit as Pennington now running in that second spot. Had to slow up there to try to get back around the number 73 machine. Popsicle sticks in there. 2 more trips around the Speedway.
Yeah, 2 more trips around the Speedway. Indeed, you are correct on that. Heilman's going to spread the lead out just a little bit more. And, yeah, McGeethy tried to get a jump on that restart, and it kind of hurt him more than it helped him. And, like you said, we're getting down on the nitty-gritty here. 1 to go for your leader. Heilman to the point battle for second right now. Looks like Pennington's going to hold McGeethy off there coming off of turn number 2, and we're going to come to the checkered flag this time by. Looks like the 49 machine is going to end up taking home the win here, and that's going to be David Heilman in the 49-year race winner here. Going to end up being in first. Second's going to go to the 21 of Coy Pennington. Third going to be Nicholas McGeethy in the 73. Fourth will be Dylan Thomas in the number 3. Fifth will be Brandon Steele in the number 4 machine. That runs out your top 5.
As like you said, the 49 of David Heilman, man, he's destroying that car here. Awesome celebration aboard that Napa Auto Parts sponsor number 49 machine. Heilman coming all the way from the D main. Man, he has a reason to celebrate. Corey Pennington, he was going to be happy with a top 10 here tonight. Second place has got to be like a win to that number 21 machine, even though he led a majority of these laps here tonight. Nothing to hang his head on. The number 73, Nicholas McGeethy, is going to bring home that third spot. Dylan Thomas, Brandon Steele, Corey Whitworth, Chase Swafford, Joshua Jarrett, Brent Hobson, and Josh Conover round out your top 10. And fireworks going off in the background. What a fantastic ending to the evening here tonight for the NORA 360 National Sprint Cars here at Lanier Speedway.
Yeah, most definitely a really great race here tonight. The past couple of nights been amazing. Nothing short of spectacular here as far as the racing goes. You can't. I don't think there's any better place to go watch racing. I mean, we say that about a lot of places, but the amount of attrition that happened tonight and everything that went down here at the NORA 360 Sprint Car Series, Sprint Car Nationals, definitely put on one hell of a show, one of the best that I've ever seen. So, especially when it came down to those closing laps.
As we get ready to make our way over to Discord, we'll interview the top 3 here tonight, and going to let Raging Ron take the third and second place tonight, and I'm going to go down and speak to the number 49 down in Victory Lane and check in on our other simulcast broadcast that's going on, led by Brett Rolls and Jack Truin over there, simulcasting for Sim Addicts. But going to see what's going on here is I'm going to make my way down to Victory Lane, and I know Ron is going to make his way to the second and third place finishers here of the evening, and we'll make our way over to Discord.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show. I have got one of our drivers, our third place finisher, made it to the booth here to speak with us here. We'll see if Todd Stanton can make his way to Victory Lane here to interview the race winner here shortly. But right now, I've got Nick McGeethy, driver of the number 73 machine here tonight, coming home with a third place finish from starting in look like maybe the 9th position here.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on your third place finish from 9th place here tonight. So, congratulations. Why don't you walk us through your race there and tell us how you made your way up there?
Well, I'll be honest. I've been talking to some of my guys and Top Gun Motorsports, and I was just gonna run where people weren't, because I knew that 55 laps you got a lot of time to get up front. So run where people aren't. Everybody went to the cushion right off the bat, and I went low, and it had a little grip to it, so I put it up in like 4th. And I seen Tim Smith and Coy were battling really hard, so I was just running where they weren't, and they went both up to the cushion on the slider, and I went right around them. And I thought I was going to have first for a little bit, but then on a restart, Coy got me on a slider, and the yellow come out, so I was in second after that, and I just couldn't get back up there.
Yeah, you definitely put on a while of a show tonight. I mean, 6 spots in the feature, and it's a lot of cautions played a role in that, and kind of slowed down your roll a little bit. Probably had an effect on your setup and fuel load and everything. So definitely a good solid 3 nights of racing for you there for what you did have to do to get into the same main and run through the feature tonight. So I'm going to hand the microphone back to you and let you go through and thank whoever it is that got you to your position where you were at tonight and allowed you to be as competitive as you are here in the NORA 360 Sprint National Series.
You definitely got to thank Josh. I got to thank Top Gun Motorsports, Wicked Cushion, Micro Sparkman, all the fans that are watching. You guys are putting on the broadcast as well. WOT for putting on some sponsorships, getting the money here, and yeah, that's about it.
Alrighty, well, congratulations on your third place finish once again, and I'll let you go celebrate with your team and enjoy your evening here. And we'll be down to celebrate and have some cheers and beers with you in a little while.
Thank you, 10-4, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a knock on the door here at the booth, and we've got the number 21 of Coy Pennington standing outside. Welcome to the booth, Coy. Congratulations on your second place finish and great night of racing there. Not just tonight, but spoke with you last night there, and your prelim night number 2 win over Tim Smith there. Wanted to get you back in here, and congratulations on your second place finish tonight. Why don't you walk us through your evening and how it went for you tonight?
I mean, whole shuffle, I got into Brian didn't mean to, and I kind of expected to be where I was with Tim. I know Tim's fast. He runs with KKR. So other than that, I was kind of trying to keep it on 4 wheels tonight and make the best out of it, and was kind of sucks for Tim. I don't know what happened there, what transpired, or what happened. I just know he ended up wrecking, or got wrecked, and so I inherited the lead, and I just kind of did what I had to do to maintain it until David got to me, and it's tough running that cushion. It's really consistent.
Yeah, the very thin line between fast and broken at the Lanier International Raceway tonight with the 360 sprints at Nora here. Definitely played a big role in that. I did notice what happened with Tim there. He ended up getting a little bit somebody in front of him got a little bit loose, and he tried to cross him up, and another driver came up off the bottom, and it just, he ran out of real estate, and he was trying to just make everything clean and green, and unfortunately for him, ended up in a mess. But congratulations, you on your second place finish, and we'll get the mic back to you and let you thank your sponsors and everybody that made it possible for you to be competitive at the Nora 360 Sprint Car Nationals here tonight.
Oh, thanks, man. First, I got to thank Dustin Griffiths for the setup, man. This is kind of what brought this car alive. It literally got me here. Other than that, I just drove the hell out of it. Got to thank Masterson Racing, CDW Auto and Towing, XG Designs, Pennington Ministries, and Patrick's Window Cleaning. That's about it, man. And I got to thank Josh for putting this on. I mean, he does a lot for us, and it's time we start giving back to him.
Right on. That is the number 21 driver of Coy Pennington. Coming home in second place tonight is we're going to see if Todd Stanton has a copy down in victory lane with your winner, the number 49 of David Heilman.
Yes, indeed, I do. I'm down here in victory lane with driver the number 49 machine, the Napa Auto Parts sponsor machine. David, what a fantastic show. You played the alphabet soup, Cinderella story kind of here tonight. It was really hard to come up through all those mains, and now you took down the victory here tonight from starting around 19th position here tonight. Tell us about your...
Just to get to the feature was pretty tough, especially in that D main, just because there wasn't a lot of laps to really make stuff happen. And then, starting 19th, early on, I really didn't make any spots up. Almost got in one wreck, and I was on 2 wheels, and I don't know how I didn't roll it over, but there was one 6-7 lap green flag stretch then where I went from 17th. I was up in the top 10 from there, and that's when I felt pretty confident.
It looked like he had a great battle going on with Coy Pennington. He was all excited last night during the prelim. He was duking it out there with Tim Smith, and now duking it out with you here tonight. And I tell you, exchanging sliders there. Tell us how great it was to race with Coy Pennington here.
Yeah, I expected to see Tim up there, but I'm not sure what happened to him. He got turned or whatever, so it sucks for him. But yeah, Coy was fast. I threw a couple little shots at him, and I was like, all right, but then we were getting in 10 to go, and I was like, crap, if there's caution, come out. He's fast enough to get a good start, and then it would have taken me 3 or 4 laps, so I got nervous, and then he just kind of made a small mistake and hit the wall, and I was lucky to avoid him and get by, and then hold him off on that last restart.
Definitely able to rocket by him there on the outside of that machine. I tell you, it was a fantastic move, and you had to do it. Yellow flags seemed to fly there right in the middle of maybe 3 or 4 laps, sometimes 5 laps, and it made it really difficult, look like, for a long-range setup, probably what you had underneath that number 49 machine. It seemed like as the race progressed, your car was just getting faster and faster and faster. Was that the case?
Yeah, I was set up for the slick, but I noticed in warm up early on, the car still felt pretty good. But yeah, definitely, it was a lot more cushion than I thought at the end. I thought the bottom would be a little bit faster than it was, but it was, Gaethje and Coy were just pounding that cushion the whole time.
Well, David, as we're accustomed to here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, we're going now as we changed our name here tonight. A new banner here between VRN and Full Velocity TV. We united under one roof now, but as we're accustomed to here, we're going to be microphone thanker. We'd like to thank you this evening.
Yep, that's a good thing for you guys. Charles is good at this stuff over at VRN. He does great stuff. But just thanks to the guys at KKR Sim Team, Napa Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum, and Wiki Cushion, and Josh for putting this whole thing on. And I think I got everyone, yeah. And you guys for putting on the broadcast for all the Highland.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the victory here tonight, driver of the number 49 machine, David Heilman, taking down the victory. Cinderella story here tonight, Ron, as he comes all the way from the D main to the A main and takes home the victory here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network for the first rendition of the Full Velocity Racing Network. I thought it went well.
Yeah, it definitely went well, especially having us in the booth as well. I mean, Phil would have done just as amazing job. Brett being over at Sim Addicts and getting started there. I'm sliding into that one right now, but great racing here at the Nora 360 Sprint Nationals for 2019. So definitely one that I'll keep in mind. I'll definitely, if they do it again and have us aboard, I'd definitely be back here to do the same race again. It's been some great racing. It wouldn't be something I would want to miss.
Definitely not, as we have to thank all of our sponsors and everybody else tuning in, all the fans out there, Facebook Live, YouTube, and unfortunately not Twitch, but they're over there, Twitch on the other series, Sim Addicts Racing. If you guys want to watch Sim Addicts Racing League Pro Late Models Racing going on, we have that live here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Also going on right now, as we got to say thank you to everyone on behalf of myself, Charles Wooten, pushing all the buttons down there. It's nice to actually come up here and just announce for once and have him just push all the buttons here, making everything, all the beautiful pictures here tonight. Got to thank Rage and Ron Piles for joining me. Phil Cass, even though he's out there in WWE laying out a SmackDown, he's been off here the last couple of nights. We had to give him some time away from the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Jack Truan. Got to thank Brett Rolls. All the guys that have announced with us here throughout here as we transition over to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, thank you to Nora for having us here tonight. The 360 Lanier Speedway, the 360 Nationals here tonight. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time here tomorrow night. We're going to have another rendition of the Wednesday Night Street Fights with the DWR gang here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Good night.